Hello and welcome to Lamplight Crochet. My name is Laura. Today we'll be working on a mini microwave pot holder. I like these small pot holders because they don't fall over into your food, and this one is just intended to help you grab something quickly out of the microwave, like the side of a plate or some little handles. So this one only measures 4 by 5. I've made one. We're going to make another one in the same colors. I want to stress that you get 100% cotton yarn to make this project with. Absolutely 100% cotton yarn. Do not use an acrylic yarn. You will also need an H-hook, which is a 5mm, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, and a sharp pair of scissors. Okay, let's begin. Okay, here is our finished mini microwave pot holder. It consists of only single crochet stitch. We'll be chaining 13, and then we will come down to 12 stitches across, because when you turn and you single crochet, you're losing one chain in that. As you can see, it measures only 4 by 5, so it's really just intended for the fingertips to grab the edges of a dish like this, or the edge of a plate. Really handy little thing to have in the kitchen right beside the microwave. All right, in order to begin, we have our 2 strands of 100% cotton crochet yarn, and we're going to wrap the yarn around our fingers and do a slip knot. Pull the knot onto the hook, and we are going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now we're ready to begin row 1. We're going to place our hook down in the second chain from the hook. The first chain is the one that has the yarn pulling through it. All right, so we're going to go into the next chain next to that one. So we place our hook underneath the top 2 strands. We're holding 2 strands of yarn. Wrap around from behind, just like that. Pull that through. Wrap around again and pull through both pieces of yarn on the hook. So I'm going to do a couple more for you here. We place our hook into the next chain, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through. Next one, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through. And so you'll just continue to the very end, and you should have a total of 12 single crochet by the time you reach the end of this row, and I'll meet you back there. Okay, we've reached the end of row 1. So the very last single crochet should be number 12. You should have 12 across. You need to count those. And then we want to chain 1 in order to turn. So after we've chained 1, we want to turn from right to left. That's the way I always turn. Some people turn from left to right. It really doesn't matter. Most of the time it doesn't matter, but whatever you do, always turn the same way. So here we are at the end of row 1. We've chained 1 up. We have to raise the yarn in order to go to the next row, and we're turning from right to left. Okay, so here we are on row 2. We're going to place our hook into the very first single crochet, wrap around, pull through, wrap around, pull through. So we're doing another set of single crochets on top of the first row, and we should finish this row with 12 single crochet just as well. And at the end of this row, we'll chain 1 just the same. You want to chain 1 at the end of each row. So continue like this up to 10 rows. So rows 2 through 10, 1 single crochet across in each single crochet. There should be 12 in each row. Chain 1, turn, and repeat until you've done 10 rows, and I'll meet you back at the end of 10 rows. Okay, we are near the end of row 10. So we are ready to make our very last single crochet at the end of row 10. So let's do that. And then at the end of this row now, we want to place a second single crochet in the same last stitch. So let's do that. The reason why we're doing that is to create a turn. Okay, so we're going to turn the pot holder on its side. We were like this and we placed 2 in the very last one. Now we're going to turn it on its side. And so now we are going to basically evenly distribute 1 single crochet per row until we reach the other corner. So we just pick a spot in the next row that looks like we can evenly distribute that across the rows. There are basically 10 rows. You'll have about 10 to 11. It just depends on how you place them in there. And so you need to do this all the way down this side of the pot holder. And then when we reach the end here, we're going to do 2 more single crochets in that corner. So here we go. All right, so we're in the corner. We're going to place 2 more crochets there. Okay, this is not an exact science. Normally the rule is that you place 1 single crochet per row of single crochet stitches. Okay, so that's what we have tried to do there. This is not exact, but basically that's what we're trying to do. So we've placed 2 single crochets in the corner here. We're going to turn and place a single crochet in each chain piece across. Now we're down at the very bottom where there's a chain. So that will be a little easier to work across. All right, so just continue to work around the edge of your pot holder, and when you get to the corner, make sure that you do 2 single crochets and then another 10 here, and you've reached the very top or beginning of where we were to begin with. So once you've reached this side here, you do not have to do an extra row across the very top of row 10. That's already finished off there. So you would just finish over here and you would cut your yarn and weave it in the back side and weave the very beginning tail end in the back side as well, and then you have finished your mini microwave pot holder. Okay, we'll meet you around at the very back end. Okay, we've reached the very last stitch of the last round, and I've already placed 1 single crochet into the very last stitch. Since it's a corner, we're going to place a second single crochet there, and then the way we attach that to the bottom row there is with a slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch that on through and connect it like that, and then we'll just pull it on through and use our yarn needle to weave this into the back side and weave it in back there. And so there we have our second mini microwave pot holder for a set of 2 to just lay down beside the microwave and have a handy little pot holder to grab hot things out of the microwave with. Thanks for joining me, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, then please click subscribe below the video box, and we'll see you next time.